Here for the last round. Currently 2-1. Hand is real bad. So we're gonna go to 6. Hand is playable. Don't need another land. And we're off. Ooh, mirror. That should be fun. I like mirror matches. I don't like being turbo flooded, but it just kind of is what it is. Could just play Grandmaster. I don't see much of a reason to just hold it. And it doesn't die quite yet, so that's good. Get roasted. Might just be saving the fiery impulses for later. What is this? Duress? Alright, I have nothing. Well, we've been having some mana issues the last couple games. My opponent basically has free reign. If they cruise this turn, it's really bad for me. But what are you going to do? Just get wrecked. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Main face dig. Also reasonable. We need a Painful Truths if we want to have any shot of coming back into this game. Dig would help. Would not solve all our problems though. I think I just need raw cards. And Jace is the thing. Shambling Vent's an indicator of what version they're playing, which is good. And we'll see if they have like a Dispel or something. Todd only had the Duresses. Okay, that's good. That certainly helps. That's one way we can get back into this. I think counter draw is better than just getting back Soulfire. If we draw Truths, nope. Can't have it all, unfortunately. I'm going to hold the Mentor. Wait until we can get a little bit of value out of it. And now we're kind of at parity, actually. Okay, it's kind of tight. If I was my opponent, I'd probably be smashing it with Shambling Vent. Like, if you lose to a Fiery Impulse, it's not the end of the world, and that means that if you draw another creature, it might be safe. So I am going to Dispel this, even though it's not the greatest use of a Dispel. At the very least, if, you know, this gets countered, and then, yeah, and then it still dies, we still have a 1/1 hanging around, and then our opponent's basically at nothing, so this is perfectly fine. Just need our opponent to not draw, oh, or have a dig. Alright, we're in trouble again. Maybe I should have saved the Dispel, I guess. I don't know. There are very few things that are worth dispelling. Like if my opponent has dig, it's only a couple copies. Obsy Wobsy. It's going to be tough to beat this one. It's not going to do it. Yeah, these games are basically like someone gets a huge advantage early with some creatures, or someone just draws a bunch of cards. And those are the two main ways you win. Ugh. And I definitely got outdrawn this game. Could have saved Dispel for Dig, but I'm unsure as to how many digs my opponent actually has. It's possible they're playing an older version of Todd's deck, and maybe they have 4 or something, but it's hard to know that in the dark. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Yeah. Alrighty. So, other end, card drawing, counter spells, and duresses. And I want the cut. Probably just cut the cut. All these cards seem better. Fire Impulse is basically terminating this matchup. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so you have the games where you get kind of screwed. You have the games where you get kind of flooded, and just hope that your card drawing can carry you through one or the other. Like Painful Truths helps you get out of both. So we will go first. We will definitely keep. It might get black, red, blue, white. Radiant Flames? Really? Obliteration? I don't understand. I don't think either of those cards are particularly good in this matchup. I think I'll just take Duress. Don't have a clean answer to Jace outside of Utter End. Oh, that's a good one. So we had to fetch a little awkwardly in the early game, and now we don't have double blue for a dig. I think I'm just going to try and kill this Jace right now. Oh, come on. I can't really do it on their upkeep because I don't want them to get a free loot out of it, so. I think doing what I did is better than just playing one creature because we only have the one Prairie Stream. My opponent's like mostly out of their screw at this point. And the rest doesn't really matter because we have redundant copies of everything. And now we're just choked on mana. It's no bueno. Doubt this Jace is going to live. Our opponent discarded an impulse. They do have the cut still. I would like the obliteration to not actually get anything out of my hand. I don't mind if he actually takes things out of my deck, but don't want the obliteration to be a 1-for-1. They've cut obliteration Ojutai's command. Yep, that is going to happen. So, obliteration, Sunken Hollow. So, they could get my Grandmasters. Alternatively, I could just pass. I don't really want to do that, though. If I play Jace, they'll probably have to trade in their Jace for an Impulse, and then obliterate my Soulfires. And then I'm left with 2 negates and a dig versus their draw step, which seems quite good. And then I'll still have Jace in my deck, plus all the commands. Not obliterating? Yeah, they're obliterating. Sure. You can have my grizzly bears. So at the Invitational, I was a little more resilient to something like obliteration. I had like a Sarkin and Obnixilis and whatnot. I no longer have those. But I should still be fine. Now, do I want to resolve this dig, or do I want to try to resolve this dig? I feel like I should just keep negate open in case they draw like an Obnixilis or something. Obviously, if this dig gets countered, it is pretty bad, especially now since they have Jace. Alright, so like Impulse, Painful Truths. It was a hell of a dig, though. All the options. Alright, now we can just command back our own Jace. If this dies, oh well. Or gets countered. Whatever. Whatever. Draw some crads. And now we're pretty well set up and we can actually just protect this Jace with our 2 negates. No reason to expose it. Now we have super protection. Drop like 4 cards on our opponent, about to be more. Okay, okay. Don't think I really need to do anything. Guess I could slash and command the vent if they want to try and send that in. Untap and probably flashback dig, looking for a threat. Dispel that, hold open, negate. Now I also just have, yeah, command and slash prevent, but they're just going to concede. Okay, so game 3. All the Marblades. Possible I want another removal spell. Maybe I want to cut a Grandmaster. Like a roast. Don't really want to draw the Grandmasters early because it just turns on the removal. There's certainly some games where you just like run them out. You just like play Grandmaster, and then you play Mentor, and then you play Jace, and the Jace sticks. You can't really do that if you're not baiting out the removal with other stuff too. But it's still pretty bad early, and if he's going to just be obliterating me, then whatever. And it's possible maybe I want the other Grandmaster, because I think now the obliteration pecking order is like Mentor, Jace, Soulfire. Now that he's seen my deck. This hand is fine. It's not great. It has all our colors, though. Issue is we cannot deal with a creature. So I'm going to play out my own Grandmaster to make him respond to this. And then we'll hopefully have a window to resolve Painful Truths and then play Mentor with Dispel backup. Well, I got to their own truths. That's kind of bad for us. Trading is good because I'd rather trade for the Grandmaster than trade for a removal spell. Now if we truths, we have to discard. I think that's worth it. And we're light on removal, which is pretty bad. Dragon Master, that's fine. So this game's certainly winnable. We're basically on a 2-turn Dragon Master Outcast clock. I mean, if that thing gets active, we can't really beat a 5/5 Dragon realistically anyway. So we're going to have to dig into a shock, probably. Try and... Not even necessarily trying to protect our Mentor, but trying to use our mana when it is there. Yeah, so Utterance fine. We get a little token. No blocks. Alright, there's the K command. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff. Negate Duress, maybe? I could also see just wanting to grab the Mentor, but I think negate the rest is probably safer. K command dig through time. Alright, those are both pretty good. I like my opponent getting aggressive here. That's definitely correct. Okay, that's a good draw. Good draw. So we'll get a card, we'll kill the outcast, negate their dig, and then impulse their Soulfire, which will put them at nothing. Except for Shambling Vent. Then they basically have a one-turn window to resolve something scary. See, I like how I've played this game so far. Digging in response to the impulse doesn't make a ton of sense because if I have a counterspell, then I get an extra prowess point in. It's small, but it matters. So okay. Vent's coming in. We're at 5. We have another impulse. That's great. And I think I just sit on this Ojutai's command because getting Grandmaster back is not huge. I think I'll just crack the fetch. Nice. Yeah, we have a little protection one way or the other. Now I probably just get back the Grandmaster because Grandmaster can buy back the Dispel. It's possible they just try and kill it. Yeah. And maybe I should hold Dispel again, but oh well. Well, we just won't learn our lesson. It's fine. Alright, so now we have buyback Utter End. If that ever matters. Unsure if my opponent actually has a counterspell or if this is just a desperation attempt hoping I have nothing, but nope, that's it, and we win the match.